Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here with the September horror box. I had to restart this video because I kept having this nagging feeling that I was missing something. And I was. And it was the washi card. And I had the washi cards available. They were sitting in the packing room because that's where we put finished product to go up on the inventory shelves and do all of that. So I had to retake the listing photo for this afterwards. And yeah, and then, you know, I posted that listing photo in the Facebook group to show, hey, this is what's happening. And it's missing the washi card. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. But I had this nagging feeling that I was missing it and I couldn't figure out what it was until I started this, and then I was like, I'm missing the washi card. Okay. So if you missed yesterday's video, I went over what was happening in that video, which didn't have the washi card, so it's got the washi card, okay? We're going to go through it a little bit here, and then we're going to get started on a plan with me inside the 52 weeks thing. Can you believe we're already on September? After this is released, we have 3 boxes left. October, November, and December. Bananas. It is so crazy to think that we only have 3 months after this to finish out this year project, which is banana cakes to me. So, okay, so each horror box is going to come with a washi card. It's going to come with 2 rolls of washi. I am digging this washi right here. So you get a 10 millimeter, you get a 15 millimeter. I like to take the 15 millimeter and the washi from the full kit and use it as a monthly kit in my planner. And that's what I have been doing. Let's see what I usually do, like a Facebook Live, where I do it. See, bottom washi, and then the 15 millimeter washi. I haven't done August yet. I will be doing that later this month. June's I didn't get to film, but I did do it as a reel. Here we have May's. There's April. We have March, which is looking gorgeous. And February, which for February, I think February was the only month that I did not. Yeah, so it was after February that I realized I should have taken this and used it as my header, but then I just used the 2 washis and I think it did just fine. And then we have January's. Amazing. So let's go through the box and then we'll get into the plan with me. Okay, so you got the washi. This one has 9 die cuts. It will be of the characters you see in here, and they're kind of like trading card style-esque. Like you have these little rectangles, which I think would look really cool if you like stack them wherever, like on your sidebar, whatever it needed to be, and kind of like even made a bookmark of it. Like that would be pretty cool. So you'll get 9 of these. You have the B6 washi of the date dots and squiggles. Okay, we mouse pad. Look at this. We've got this one and this one and this one and this one. This one's pretty hard, I think, to tell on camera. It's from The Ring. She comes out of a well, you know, classic. The dog could not fit on here, but it is this thing going on right here, which this cracks me up so much that the zombie is the dog catcher and the dog catcher's like, ha ha, I got you bound. Yeah, we've got, you know, a lumberjack and a scientist, and this one is he's a plumber. He's fixing things. Mechanic over here. This one's a cook. This one builds your house. It was just a fun play. So here is the journaling kit, so you can see what that is, and then we'll go through each of these pages here. I'm just gonna go quickly because I am gonna pull these all out and work with them during this. So this was a fun play. So I'm gonna move that over there, and we are going to plan for, what is this week? Okay, so this week, I still have to update, but this last week, that's what it ended up turning out like, which, hello, it's gorgeous. It was fun at the beach. But we are going to plan for Labor Day. So we are going to do September 4th September 4th through the 10th. Okay, so as you have seen, there has been a very specific theme throughout all of these. Obviously, the horror characters are here, right? Because it's about Halloween. The horror characters are here. But, you know, we've had some really great themed ones. Like, we've had the themed Valentine's Day one. We've had the whole St. Patrick's Day one where, like, kind of the leprechaun, you know, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. What am I thinking? Goodness gracious. Okay, can I peel it up? We're gonna go slow and we're gonna talk because this was not supposed to happen. I was not supposed to do this. I was supposed to use the other washi. See, I get so excited. I start talking and then completely forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So we're just gonna peel slowly but surely and just go slow. That's always the trick. This is not our removable adhesive paper, but you can see that it's still, like, you work it, it's gonna work with you just a little bit. But the removable adhesive paper is really great. I only have 1.5 reams left of that paper, so it's hitting its end of life. Okay, so let's put this back because this is gonna be for the monthly. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Oh, that drives me nuts. I got excited. I wanted to talk about this theme with you guys. That's all. I just got super excited. So this is what I like to do. I like to, how did I do it last month? Now I gotta see, now I gotta check. Now I gotta check my own work because I don't know what okay, so I did just drop it at this area so that I could use all 9 full boxes. But so you can tell that there is like a theme going on. Okay, I am like struggling hardcore with this. We're gonna start over. The struggle bus is a little bit real today. I haven't been feeling 100%. If you watch my Wednesday videos, you'll know that I recently started a pseudo carnivore diet, and I think the massive amounts of meat that I'm having to eat, I mean, it's not massive amounts, but it's more than what I normally do. I think it's just affecting me a little bit more than what I thought it would, but you know, so I'm just not feeling 100%. Granted, I know it's also hormonal too, but I'm a little all over the place. So the themes are there. And when it came to September, you know, when we started brainstorming this idea, and I brought this to my husband, and this all started off with, I think it was Kelly from Beyond Paper Flowers had sent it, where like Freddie was sitting on the beach, whatnot. And I'd seen the image before, and she was like, you should totally do like a summer Halloween kit with like horror characters. And then the idea just kind of brewed, like, well, I've got a lot of Halloween kits. What if I do another 52 weeks of Halloween, but this time I actually like throw in a project with it like this. And started, you know, really, oh, now the hard part comes. What's the ones that I do in the sidebar? So I didn't know like what to do for September. Like, it was going to be easy when it came to, I'm going to do the zombie up here because I'm really in love with this zombie and dog. It just makes me happy. But when it came to September, like, Valentine's Day was going to be easy. March was going to be easy with St. Patrick's Day. Easter, obviously not, more commercialized, like your Peeps, your bunnies, things like that. Mother's Day and Father's Day were a given. The summer beach, Halloween in October, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, like all of them were relatively easy. You know, even August was like, okay, August is kind of like back to school time. Like that one's really, you know, I mean, we still had to do a little bit of thinking for that one, but we were stumped when it came to September because the holiday, because we kind of tried to match it around a holiday in that month. So like January's New Year's, so all the, you know, characters making New Year's resolutions, partying it up, and, you know, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's, you get the idea. So the only holiday that, you know, people end up getting off and stuff like that is Labor Day. Okay, so I'm going to save these for the monthly like I always do. So, I have my clear date dots. I still haven't grabbed me the sheets for the, like the 17s? Is it 17? Yeah, 17 and up. What is it? 17 through 24. I haven't grabbed me sheets for that, but I've got these numbers. So we're going to use clear date dots this time because that seems like it would be so much better than the white ones because that's just what I want to use right now. I've been wanting to use these clear date dots more and more, but I keep forgetting to put that sheet in. And every time I remember that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to use this. It's always on a time that uses the 17 through 24. So we were stumped when it came to the Labor Day one. Like, what do we do? Everything else kind of just really fell into place. Like, it was almost just a given and really easy to do. Labor Day took a lot more. One, it was like, okay, if we're going to focus on Labor Day, like, we need to focus on those labor-esque type jobs. And then we need to figure out like what are the characters that would fit those jobs, and while also keeping some of the classic ones in this, you know. And so that's where we came up with a construction worker, a mechanic, a chef, a florist, you've got a plumber, you've got a scientist, or I should say like a lab tech. You've got a lumberjack, you've got the dog catcher or animal control, and stuff. And it was a little, I was like, am I explaining this well enough? To the person that I worked on the art with for this, and she did a phenomenal job on capturing this. Oh yeah, a doctor, you know, or a surgical tech. I totally forgot about that one. That was the most important one. That was the very first one we figured out, man. And then the second one we figured out was Hannibal, the chef. Those two kind of really fell into place very quickly right off the bat. And then figuring the others out kind of just came down. I think it was the hardest one for us to figure out was the last one, which ended up being this one, the florist, and the girl from the ring. So yeah, but I mean, we persevered. We did it. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do? Okay, I think we're just going to kind of do what I normally do on like my kits, whether they be for my everyday planner or when I'm doing, you know, like the kids' memory keeping, especially because I am working so far ahead. It is just kind of easier to just stay to what I know works in my brain instead of trying to be too creative. So, but yeah, so that's what you get. You get the Labor Day. And I make up like all these stories in my head, like, okay, you know, they went on their beach vacation. They finally went back to school. Because here's the funny thing. Let me go. You're going to see how this ties in. So if you look at the class schedule in August, it will say, cooking with Dr. Lecter. So it really kind of just ties in one to another, and I just thought that was really great. So I'm like, okay, so you know, in July they took their beach vacation. They all chilled out on the beach, got to catch up with their friend in the water, and build some sand castles and that stuff. And now it's time to go back to school because they gotta learn these things. There's a science behind all of this stuff that they have to know, that they have to do. If they don't, they're not gonna be well prepared for October. Okay? I know. Super weird, super random, but this is the story that I put within my brain. Okay? So, but in order to go back to school, because, you know, not all of them are kids, in order to go back to school and to survive the rest of the year without their scaring job, they have to have their normal day-to-day jobs. You know, they can't quite quit their day jobs just yet. Those day jobs have got to get them through September, and then they can quit for the month of October, and really kind of like the rest of the year. They'll be back to it in January, making the New Year's resolutions that they need to make, right? So, but this is the story that I've concocted in my head that really revolves around this. Let me laying down this sticker really crooked. I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of just practice with lifting the stickers up, am I not? So yeah, those are the stories that I concoct in my head, because I figure if I can concoct a story, I can make it more believable. Like I can see what they're doing. I can, that way in my explanation, because I'm not drawing any of this out because I don't draw, but in my explanation to my artist, I am able to tell her, you know, through words exactly what I'm looking for and what my vision is, because I have the story available. So anyways, that's a little bit of insight into the background of all of this. I think it's really quite fun and entertaining to think of these guys actually having like day jobs and whatnot. I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, it'd be kind of scary if any of these guys had these kinds of day jobs. I'd be like, check please. I am not going to you for my mechanical work. No, sorry, not gonna happen. Not today. Maybe some other time, but not today. So yeah. Other than that, I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm really excited for October's. October's is going to be a lot of fun. We have quite a bit planned for the box sticker wise. Like there are so many boxes, or so much art going into this one. So I'm really, really excited about that. It's so many beautiful pieces of washi. I'm really, really just stoked. So, let's see what else has been happening around. Like I said, I haven't been feeling 100%. So I haven't been like operating at 100%. I'm filming this on Wednesday. I took Tuesday off. One, we needed to go to the DMV because we're trying to get our driver's licenses. And that was a nightmare. Do I have my driver's license? Nope. So I'm back to the DMV some other day. But yeah, I was like, I really don't feel like working. I wasn't feeling 100% that day either. I was like, I don't feel like working. I would like to go shopping. My husband's like, what would you like to go shopping for? And I'm like, honestly, I would like to go shopping to get some of the stuff that I've needed to get, some of, you know, the facial products that I've needed to get, you know, and just kind of walk them all and see what's going on, if there's anything that, you know, jumps out to me, things like that. So I was like, I really just want to go shopping. He's like, okay, let's go shopping. So we went shopping. And it was nice. It was nice to just go get the things that I have needed, but have just been putting off. It was nice to go get them and have that out of the way. And then we did game night, which now that I'm just remembering, totally forgot to take out the steaks for dinner tonight. Crap. Oh boy. Just, oh, nope, I already used that one. I am just batting 1,000. That is what I'm doing. I knew probably would end up forgetting them because I came home and ended up laying down because, once again, not feeling 100%. So, okay. So there is the first half. All right. But it's nice to be able, oh man, which one do I want to use? It was nice to be able to just take a day off and everything, and just kind of just relax, listen. You know, I went to bed a little bit early. It was nice to play a game with the kids. We ended up playing Clue. So the kids watched, well, the family and I watched that was patterned, right? Okay, so we're on solemn. The family and I watched Clue, the 1980s version. We watched that a couple of weeks ago, and that kind of enticed the kids. They were like, yeah, we wouldn't mind playing this game. So we went and bought the game, and we ended up playing that last night, and my husband did really, really well. He solved it, but he also, you know, we also used the ability to ask the question of, you know, does anybody have this card? And, you know, you'd go around and everybody shake your head, so then you could, you know, use that to help deduce things. So he ended up winning, which was funny. But I think as we play it more and more, the kids will get better and better, and it will be harder and harder for him to do those kinds of things. So, but yeah, we try to do family game nights, and I instituted this when we moved into this house, and knowing that my husband was retired, we did it a few times when we were in Bay City, but I was like, nope, with as many things as we have going on, with the chaos that is overtaking our lives, with how many things we have to do, I was like, we have to very much be on top of ensuring that we are spending time together as a family. So there are 2 things that we do every week. Sometimes we do them 3 times a week, but definitely 2 things we do every single week. And that is, 1, we sit down usually on Monday nights, sometimes Tuesdays, sometimes Fridays. It just kind of depends on what's happening during that week, but we really try to do it on Monday nights, so that way it's the checklist. It's kind of the checklist, like, okay, we did it. Now we don't have to try and schedule it in during the rest of the week, but it's not the checklist. It's ensuring that we're spending that time with the family. So on Monday nights, we do family game night. And we have so many games. Oh boy, do we have so many games. And we do family game nights, and then every week we also watch a movie, usually on Fridays or Saturday nights. Lately, on this last week, we ended up doing one from the library. The kids wanted to watch The Black Cauldron, so we ended up doing that. And then we've done all of the Hobbits, and we have done, what have we done? What was the other ones that we were watching? I can't remember. Did some 80s movies. We do have a couple more. Oh, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. We have a couple more Lord of the Rings, the last two, to go through. But we do that. We make sure that those things are scheduled, are in, and I don't want it to sound bad when I say that it's like a checklist, because it's not a checklist. It's not a chore. However, my brain works that if I have it labeled down and I can check it off, like my brain works that way. So that's why I say checklist, even though it's not a checklist. It's not a checklist like, oh, we have to do it. This is a requirement. It's the mere fact that we want to actually do it. We do enjoy spending time with one another, and we enjoy it. So we sit around the dinner table after dinner is done. We play games, and we instituted it not last week but the week before, that the person or team that wins gets to pick snacks for movie night that week. So if we do it on Monday, it really helps out, because then it's like you have something, that person has something to look forward to and stuff. So that is really nice. And so that's been really fun, because that allows that team or that person to kind of focus what they want to focus on for snacks. So when we won, we kind of focused, God, what did we get? We got just a few, we got 2 different types of cookies, and then we ended up having like a lot of fruit. So it was nice, because it's not always like candy based, and it's my night that I get to actually tell the kids no popcorn for this one, because if you're a dentist or a hygienist or anything like that, you know how much they hate popcorn. And I'm right there with them. It's not the best thing for your teeth, but I digress. So that's kind of what we do, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing this, and then it allows for the chaos of the week to ensue, and kind of just recharges everybody as we head into all the busyness. So, you know, especially come September. So Steve and Aiden, my oldest, ended up going out to Tulsa and ended up finding a Taekwondo studio that is WTF Kukiwan certified, which I'm sure that all sounds Greek to everybody, but it's really important when it comes to recognizing their belts. And he worked really hard on his black belt. So I definitely want him to, you know, not have to worry about that and be recognized. Plus he also has a dream of opening up his own Taekwondo studio. So we are looking for mentorship in that area and stuff. Okay, let's open this up. Yes, looks good. Looks great for Labor Day. Loving it. But yeah, he is, you know, so they went all the way out there, which if that ends up being a thing, Steve will drive him out there 2 weekends a month for him to do Friday and Saturday classes. So like if that chaos dance starts in a couple of weeks, which is crazy because now I gotta remember to go get new dance clothes for my daughter, which will start at the beginning of August. Like, see, I sit here and I talk to you guys so that I remember actually things that I have to do. Otherwise my brain just is like, nope, we're not there yet. Let's see. So, oh, I don't want shenanigans. What do I want? I can do feeding time down here. You know what? We're going to do feeding time over here. See, I got into the mode of my own planner and forgot what I was doing. Okay, let's move this bad boy back over here. There we go. So, and then we have school starting, and then we have co-op starting, and I have meetings for my church calling. That is absolutely crazy. Let's see, we'll do that for reading. How else have I done this? How did I do this last month? Oh yeah, our box for the week that it's going to be in. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Okay. And then let's see, what else? Yeah, co-op starting, school starting, dance starting. Gotta find another studio for the other kids. Yeah, it's just crazy. So if we can get it done, if we can start our week off great and end our week off great, it's just great. It's just great. It's just great. Okay, there we go, you guys. We are done with this kit. All right, how do you like it? I think it looks fantastic. I am excited. I'm so excited for October, November, and December's. Oh my goodness, the themes are really, really good. And this has just been such a fun project. Thank you so much. I'm gonna just look at August again. Thank you so much for just being here and supporting me in this project. If you love this as much as I do, thank you so much for loving it as much as I do. Thank you for the support. Even if you don't love it, just thank you so much for even supporting just the idea of doing a project like this. It's a lot to happen all at once, and to plan for it and not really know how it's ever gonna go. So I appreciate your support so much. This kit is now up in the shop, so if this entices you and you're like, hey, I can get an early start on Halloween, that would be, that would be amazing. They're in the shop. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.